Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. The overall wave structure here hasn't changed and Ether has formed something that we could call a double bottom there yesterday here at the 38.2 retracement level at $3,205. You know that for a fourth wave, which this one is, this is generally a very important support level. Now, it's obviously, we already dipped below it here, but still no sustained break below the 38.2 fib level. Based on the structure, however, we should still go a little bit lower eventually in this support region. We want to talk about how the market could do that. And I'm dealing here with two counts. One is short-term bearish, one is short-term bullish. And due to the structure here with that double bottom, I will also tell you which one I find a little bit more reliable. But yeah, I mentioned it already yesterday. The structures here, they are just corrective throughout, up and down. Doesn't give us a very clear sense of direction in this correction. But overall, we are still in a bullish market. So pullbacks can be opportunities. It would be ideal, and I can only repeat that it would be ideal if Ether could hold the $2,975 level. However, that's the 50% fib level of the third wave, which topped early in March. And yeah, as long as the 50% fib level is holding at 2,975, you know, we can see further upside extensions overall, right, in a direct impulsive environment. Any break below $2,975, if it's a sustained break, will mean that I will have to probably change the overall wave structure on the daily chart. That doesn't make the chart bearish. It just means that, yeah, there have to be some adjustments. So ideally, we don't have to do that because, you know, it always means we have to change expectations, have to change overall targets and everything. But for now, support is holding and we have two wave counts, and I will tell you which one I find a little bit more probable, at least at the moment. And let's first of all start with the short-term bearish one, which, yeah, has become, short-term bearish, probably, yeah. This one has become a little bit more probable. It is the white count in which we are dealing with a WXY structure, WXY. So in this scenario, I still have this sort of target area down there below 2,742 and round about 2,300. This is a target area which will become relevant only if the price breaks below key support at 2,975. It's not a given that we get there, but it is likely. Okay, it's not a given. So I hope I hope Ether can avoid it. Now that's just what I hope. You know, that's not what I, forecast. But obviously my main wave count depends on the price holding 2,975, right, on the daily chart. That's the key level. So I would prefer it not to break that, obviously. But yeah, essentially the market will decide. I can only point out the risk here. That's essentially what I do. And the analysis tells us the relevant parameters that we have to watch. So this WXY structure, yeah, we could be in this Y wave down. And then, however, and this is now where it's getting interesting, if it's a Y wave down, then the move down could have been an A wave. Here, the move down to the 2nd of April. This here could now be a B wave. And because of the double bottom, that actually gets quite probable. To show you that, I just want to change the wave degree here quickly. So let's assume we have the A wave of wave Y completed. The B wave of wave Y could be unfolding now. And if we're in the B wave, then this here would be an A, B, C. And these B waves can retrace quite a bit. And they often tend to form these double bottoms. Then people get all bullish, but it's actually just the B wave. And then we come down again. So it's just something I'm definitely observing here. And if the B wave plays out, it could reach sort of, 3,450, maybe to 3,600. If it goes a bit higher, then the projection for the C wave then to the downside, funny enough, you see that, could reach it could hold 2,975. Depends a bit on how high the B wave goes, but even if the B wave is already in, funny enough, it would be okay and we might hold 2,975. I hope that was clear. Maybe it was a bit fast, but I think what you need to know is that the projections allow for the price to hold in this white wave count, even though I say short-term bearish, but just because it, we could test that 2,975 level. I think we're going to do that, but the question is, do we hold it or not? And ideally, yes. And with a white count, due to the B wave, this would be possible. Still, though, we need to see how the price reacts to 2,975. In the yellow count, we would have a better chance of, I would call that short-term bullish, because it's more aggressively bullish, but there's no evidence this is playing out as well, because we're just sort of moving sideways at the moment. But in the yellow count, we have basically an A wave down, a more extended B wave, and would then come down in wave C and would also have a good chance of holding 2,975. So it's really painful to watch. It all boils down to, can the bulls hold 2,975? We're already quite deep in support. I think this is already a reasonable area to accumulate. The only thing is that Ether seems weaker than Bitcoin. So I would probably prefer Bitcoin at this stage or have a good mix. But yeah, those are the potentials. I would still expect, as soon as this correction is finished, further upside. There's no bear market at the moment. Anything is possible, but there's no evidence for it. And so all we need to see, or all we need to wait for, is basically that the market tells us this correction is over by showing us a first 1-2 setup to the upside, which at present isn't on the chart yet. So that's my update about Ether. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.